Oh my god. So Deliverance is made by Lee Daniels, who you would have seen films that he did called The Butler, The Paperboy, Corn Cake Cowboy. Paperboy, my personal favorite of Lee Daniels' films. Oh, and Precious was the first one that he came out that everybody knows. And he has always been interested in being a drama director, so this is quite different than he was doing something that was horror. But I must caution you, as you go into this film, it is a drama horror. Less on the horror, a lot more on the drama. But let's talk about who's in it. Andrea Bay, who was in the United States versus Billie Holiday. She played Billie Holiday. You've got the phenomenal Glenn Close. Monique, Barry Jenkins' son. Barry Jenkins, the director of Moonlight and If Beale Street Could Talk, his son. So it's all very Black Hollywood connected. His son is in there. You've got Caleb McLaughlin from Stranger Things and Omar Epps, just to name a few. This is a star-studded cast, so I thought, no way is this film gonna be rubbish. It follows a mother who's a hairdresser and her 3 kids, who has less support and even less patience. She is an alcoholic, she is abusive, verbally and physically, and she has her grandmother, played by Glenn Close, who is helping her cope with her kids, while Child Protective Services are trying to take her away, played by the Monique character. It spends a lot of time building up these characters and building up the world, and where you feel sympathy for them, even though the protagonist of the story is pretty much a detestable character. The point is that she's supposed to have this redemption arc, and that no matter how horrible someone is, they can have redemption and be redeemable. The only problem that I had with it was, if you're gonna do a horror film and you're gonna do your version of the Black version of the Exorcist film, which is what it's kind of gives off that it wants to be, there's a lot of drama, turmoil, suffering before we get to the actual horror. And then I was watching it, and it was very telling to me that within an hour of the playtime, I was like, how are we going to wrap this all up? Because we've literally got 20 minutes left, and then the credits, which is like another 5 to 6 minutes. And it just compiles all these different horror genres, ideas, everything that it could possibly think of, throw it at you in the last literally 15 minutes, and you're supposed to get really scared. And I was just like a bit confused. I was like, okay, so this is where the horror is coming from. And then that famous scene that everybody's talking about with Glenn Close. And I was confused, because you spent a lot of time doing the drama thing. Got me captured up with the characters, but I was never really scared. And then I think he just tried to steamroll it so fast to get into the scary stuff. It's not like watching a Get Out or a Nope or any other Black horror film that came out in the 1990s, like The Leprechaun. You can do all of that story building, world building stuff. Just found it a bunch of ideas all compiled into one. But anyway, that's just my personal opinion.